Did your rats start in your loft? Because that's where your rats started, run it up in your loft. All we care about is you and your rats. Always remember that. So all they want to do is put poison down. If someone comes out and that's all they want to do for you, get rid. And if you're a pest controller watching what we do, please start to learn from us, because this is disgusting. You're a joke. If you do this, you're a joke. Basically wait for a nice big poo to come past and they fish it out and stick it up on the sides and then eat it at their leisure, and then come into your house and have a nice warm bed for the night. What the hell? How's this work then, Rick? That's an interesting thing, and look.
You can see all the smear marks on that stone there. That's all polished, clean.
And look, the rat hole going right through there. Oh, and under here, look. So then they're coming out of the sewer there. I've never seen a manhole like this has been filled in. That must have been filled in. That's not the rats.
Yeah, that's been done on purpose.
And then you can see, can't you? So you imagine if you've got a situation like this, what's happening is that goes straight to the sewer where all the rats are living, and the rats are coming out of here underneath this concrete slab, and then they'll just basically they'll tunnel around. They'll just tunnel around, go down this way, and then at some point they'll come underneath your cavity walls. Boof, you've got them up in your loft, because that's where your rats started. Run it up in your loft, was it? Tell me in the comments, did your rats start in your loft? And I bet you've never had no food go missing out your kitchen, have you? That's because the rats are coming from the sewers. Have a look at this one as well, Rick. It's interesting, doesn't it?
This one's quite interesting, yeah. You can see how dry these two are. It doesn't look like anything's going down it.
Yeah, look.
There's all droppings there, footprints.
There's a bit of chewed up something with them droppings on. Look, they've had some poison, haven't they?
Yeah, you can see that's a dropping on that piece of plastic. That's quite obvious. They've been going out of here for years and years. I've got a feeling they're not capped. I don't think that one's capped off. Shine the light in there.
It's supposed to be capped.
1 minute, put the light back in there. Look how clean that is on the left. It almost looks like they're getting out of the corner.
Annoyingly for us, because this looks like quite an easy one for us to sort out. I've said it now, that's like the kiss of death, that is for us. We'll be here for hours now. But this rat free, so far, is looking quite simple, apart from the fact that we're going to have to jet all that out, Rick, so we can fit in one of our rat flaps. And if you want a rat flap, make sure you get the right rat flap for the job. We only use one designer rat flap, and that's for a reason. So get in our store if you want a rat flap, a rat flap, I should say.
Rat traps and rat flaps.
Well, that's the truth, yeah. If you want some rat traps, our blue bar rat traps, man, we've having amazing results on those. Amazing.
So we thought this was fluff off of the washing machine, but it's got stones in it. You can probably hear that. There's all pebbles in it. So we're going to take a strong guess that that is connected to that manhole we just showed with all the gravelling, but we need to empty all this out and have a proper look. So you can see how much gravel is in here already now that the water's been removed out of it. I'm jetting up there. I was under the impression that it was going to go into that, but I don't think it is. And now I've just noticed all this water. Look at this. So that pipe there is disjointed, and I wonder if the rats... In fact, no, there isn't a gap there. No, there isn't. But weirdly enough, so that isn't the problem. So on to the next. In fact, you can actually see where rats have been getting out the cavity wall and climbing over the top of that. Yeah, you can see all the little footprints in that. Right, we're going to carry on working it out.
Look what I found up here, Rick. So I've gone up this one. It's not actually connected to our customer's house directly. It's kind of a repeat of what you found on that side. So when I've come up here, I found there was some redundant pipes. Looks super dry, but the truth of the matter is this house has been empty for a long while, so they could be dry anyway. But then, look, this is what I'm looking at. It's almost like a repeat of our customer, isn't it?
I mean, I've been jetting out for so long in there, I think I'm just going to put the camera down it, because it doesn't make sense, the amount of gravel coming out.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the camera and look at this side one here. This is kind of interesting as well, isn't it, down here? I don't know whether the rats might be getting out under here somewhere, we can't see it. But if you look here, rats will tend to use exactly the same track every single time when they go somewhere.
You can see it there.
See it here, look. Go down here, down the garden. Down here. It goes down.
You can literally see it right there.
So there's another one that goes across that way, past that.
Yeah, that goes there.
And then you got...
To the untrained eye, you wouldn't even notice.
That's been out of someone's bin, hasn't it?
Yeah, look at that. Literally trace it. And it goes off into that garden over there, and to someone else's.
As long as they can't get back into the system and into our customer's house, that's all we care about. We don't really care about this person's house. All we care about is you and your rats. Always remember, all we care about is you.
We've been jetting this out. The hoover's nearly full of rocks. That's all come out by hand, and I was just jetting away in there, even though I thought that was capped off. Look, you can see the water coming out of there. So another bit of plumbing that hasn't been done correctly. In fact, I think I found the issue. There we go. That's where all the water was spraying out. You can see it all there. And then, look at that. All those footprints over the top of that pipe. Yeah. And that is a rubber grommet. And let's look round the back. I've got a feeling I'm going to look round the... In fact, let me put the flash on. So let's have a look round the back of that. And there you go.
Is that a hole?
Yeah, they've chewed around the back of that.
And slid out the back.
You can just about make that out.
Oh, bloody hell, yeah, well found, Ricky.
So, they've been getting out of that rubber grommet around the back of that pipe. The pipe runs up here, and this is all full of gravel, so we found this is where it's leaking out the side of there, but there's no actual rat issues because they can't get out of the gap, it's too small. I've got a feeling we're going to have that manhole. I want to find out if that's connected to that manhole, but I don't think it is.
Really?
Well, it would explain the amount of gravel that's coming out, to be fair.
I would have thought it was. It would make sense, wouldn't it?
Well, we'll get the
camera. Put the hose down there with some dye and see if it comes into that.
Yeah, we'll do that. So the camera is a bit blurry, but there's a pipe coming in from the right where all the gravel is in front of, which is probably a redundant pipe that's been left off underneath here. So I put some dye in that rat hole.
The water's coming past the camera. There it is, there's the blue dye.
Yeah, so the blue in the camera, so it must come past here. Yeah, I'm going to stop jetting that out because it's pointless. This is full of gravel all out there because some genius filled that manhole up with soil. There we go, blue dye.
Right, the way we're going to sort the neighbour's problem out, even though they're not paying us to do it, because the thing is, there's a chance that it could have something to do with our problem, and as you know, we go the extra yard. So what we're going to do, we're going to isolate all of this, all those redundant pipes, all that from the manhole upwards. It's all going to be isolated by using one of our Pest Interceptor flaps. So basically, if you've got a situation like this one would be kind of obvious, even if you didn't have an expensive camera. This is your flap, and basically I'm going to fit it in the 4-inch outflow of this. That fits it in the pipe. It's like an interference fit, look, so basically I can squeeze that. If you're clever, you'll use a fitting pole to fit this in there. So I'll show you how we do that, but you need to tighten this up, this little nut. So you can see there's an arrow on the top, it tells you the flow. The flow's obviously going that way. So we need to tighten this nut up really, really tight. So screw that onto the fixing, not too tight because you've got to undo it once you get it in the hole that you want it in. Let's see. There we go. And then with a little bit of tapping on the pole there. Right.
I need to get the rubber mallet on that.
Yeah.
So we've discovered that manhole. That's told me to never just pace it out, get the tape measure out. And as you just saw, that blue dye came out in here, which was running to that where all that is, so someone's filled that in with gravel. Now we've put some yellow dye in there. We just want to make sure that that doesn't connect into here. If so, our customer's going to have to get that rectified, that manhole, and all this needs rectifying. We'll see now if this starts coming out. There we go. There's the orange, there's the green dye. So that means that that connects into here, where that manhole right there on the end of my pinky finger is full of gravel, runs down here. The rats are getting out of that manhole. They are getting out of this pipe here, round there. And we've also found another pipe that's right here that comes straight into the top of it, which is also redundant because there's nothing here. We've got to get this up now. And we should see the dye in there as well.
There we go. That's perfect then.
Yeah.
Let's isolate that off. I mean, what we can see in here, definite rat signs. You can see where they've been sitting up on the sides here, doing the occasional little bit of poo. That's probably a bit from underneath the floor somewhere in that plastic.
Well, I've been jetting out.
There's the dye. Yeah, and I think again, they sit up on the side, they sit here, basically wait for a nice big poo to come past, and they fish it out and stick it up on the sides and then eat it at their leisure. And then come into your house and have a nice warm bed for the night. Courtesy of your central heating and your insulation.
You know,
let's get a flap in there then, Rick.
I think we need to get a flap in there, and that other manhole, I think we need to bung it and isolate it, and then it basically traps them in this part of the system. Annoyingly, I think what I should do is get the plunger and plunge all of that gravel all the way down here. It's the only right thing. I was about to say to leave you to sort it out, but I think it's only right that I'll push it all the way down. So we'll put something in there to block it off, and we'll get all that gravel out. And we'll show you how much gravel has come out of this. So we're going to dig this out just a little bit, just enough to get that bung in there and isolate the above ground rats getting out into the gardens. Dug all that out. What I'm going to do here, instead of putting the bung in there, I'm going to put the bung in here, because that is all full of soil up that way. And this manhole, the reason why I'm putting the bung in there is because I've noticed there's holes going underneath all of this, which means there's potentially rat nests under here, which I found loads of chewed up plastic in that, which was not too far away from here. So the reason why we do that is because there's a flap at the other end of this. What we want is if there's any nesting rats under here to go that way. If I put a bung in here and the rats on a night time or whenever they come back into this manhole, you're going to have a big problem, because they're going to start digging at other stuff and trying to get out elsewhere, because all their food is in the sewer, or they're going to try and find someone's bird feeder way down there to go and eat. So I'm going to get all this jetted out and I'm going to push all that crap down there. The only reason I'm doing this really is because I know that connects onto it and I don't want him to get another blockage in the future. Look at that, nice and clean. That can be left there now. If Amir ever wants to connect anything on into the garden, anything, if he ever gets an extension, you can just plumb into this. That's 2 bags that came out of that. We've been here for at least 2 hours now. We've managed to get all of that gravel out with those drain rods. We've got literally a hoover full of gravel. There's this. That's come out of here. There's all that. Another bag. That. And all that.
You know what I'm going to do on this one, Rick? I'm going to put 2 flaps in this one, because there's that many problems up there, isn't there? I think we'll be extra secure. We'll put the 6-inch in. In fact, you can film it, it'll be a little bit better. Putting the 6-inch in, you'll be able to see us do that. When you want to be super secure on a rat problem, it's up to you. But like I always say to people, if you're going to get in a shitty manhole that's full of rat poos and your poos and your neighbour's poos and God knows else's poos, well, you really only want to do it once, okay? So on this one, what we're going to be doing, we'll be fitting a 6-inch on the outflow there and this 4-inch in there. And this one's a bit of a tight manhole. Try not to drop the phone this time in the drink. That's the thing with these, they've got a really fine thread on, haven't they?
Yeah.
So you've got a bit of grip on them.
M10 nut.
It's an M10. I'm technical now, eh?
The only reason I know that is because when I put the seat belts in the back of my Astra, I used one of the bolts off one of the...
And if you want to see how to turn an Astra van into a 4-seater car so your mates can't see out the windows, get onto Ricky's other channel on YouTube.
It's just hating.
Fix it and trip it. And there we go.
If it was all that easy.
Beautiful. Okay, Rick, let's get up in the loft. Let's remove all the poison, and we'll explain to people why we're taking all the poison away. That a certain company, I'd love to say their name, see if you can guess it. And then a G. But we'll see. We'll see. Because some companies just love to put poison down. Because you've already had them out, haven't you? Whether it's that company or any of the other big companies, all the small companies, all they want to do is put poison down. If someone comes out and that's all they want to do for you, get rid.
This is interesting, isn't it? I can safely say I've never seen this before.
This light's gone. Normally was always working.
Glue ball.
Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay.
They've just sprinkled poison everywhere.
Well, this is how not to do pest control, okay? I thought someone had done this who wasn't supposed to be a professional. My God. Well,
There's a fen trap there.
we've got an open fen trap here.
That's not screwed to anything.
So that should be screwed to something. Really, in a way, it should be inside a tunnel as well. So
That's really bad, because you could have come up here and not noticed that. Your fingers would
or a
have got
child could come up here.
There's one there, and I think there's one down here as well, guys. So that's where I've been hearing them, above on that corner there, and then they were all down on that corner there. And they're throwing all poison down
all the eaves.
Down the eaves, yeah.
Plonkers.
Honestly,
Things are all gone.
This is the funniest part of it. Look at that.
Oh, there you go.
Some of the lights, come on.
That's right.
Is there a video? And then it gets really good.
No, they've put poison on a glue trap.
So, glue traps, right? Disgusting, horrible pieces of kit. Literally a last line of resort. They're going to be illegal very, very soon in the UK. And the sooner it happens, the better. I mean, but look at this professional. He's come up here, sprayed rodenticide everywhere, put some on a glue board. I mean, what's that going to stop it getting stuck to the glue board anyway?
Yeah, it's not even sticky anymore.
What a plonker.
That's great. It's no bait trays, just cardboard.
And how much was they charging you for this? 300 quid was it? You can speak on it, I'll tell you.
You're not in the video, don't worry.
No, quite a lot of money, quite a lot of money.
Quite a lot of money?
Quite a lot of money, guys, yeah, no, just...
Oh, we've got a dead rat up here.
How much did they charge, if you don't mind me asking?
It charged me, I think it was about £700.
£700?
Well,
So they're probably...
leaving
No wonder they're leaving fen traps up here.
You need a bag for this dead rat, mate.
Yeah.
Is it a dead rat?
Yeah, it's a dead rat. Did you put any of these traps
No,
up?
I've lost them.
That's been there for ages.
Idiots. Absolute idiots.
That's a trap from a corner shop.
We've got the price.
It's got, how much is it? $3.99.
$3.99. We've got flies coming off this, so our customer would have had a house full of flies. You can't leave stuff like this on site. You can't do it. And if you're a pest controller watching what we do, please start to learn from us, because this is disgusting. And if you think you're a professional and you like driving around in your van and going to the pub and being all popular because you've got an interesting job, you're a joke. If you do this, you're a joke. Another glue board, look.
Another glue board. And look at that. There's a fen trap. There's a fen trap and a block of poison next to it.
Blocks of poison
Look there
everywhere.
again. I couldn't safely say I've never seen such a bad job.
And when you ring me to get a rat-free lifetime guarantee and we speak on our video call, I bet you I can guess, if you've had similar treatment to this, I bet you I can guess what company it was. Because it'll be one of 2 or 3 companies. It's the same names over and over and over again. It's not on, man. It's just not on.
This is just ridiculous.
If you want to see more of this kind of stuff and this kind of stuff, or you want to watch this video right here, watch this playlist right here, and you can always give us a subscribe here as well. Now we're going to clear up this mess that some of the plonker has left behind. Wow, that really pongs, doesn't it?
I haven't smelt it yet, amazingly. I don't know how
There
not.
must be a downwind of it. There's a fly on it, look.
That's all the stuff's come out of